Okay, I'm now back where I left my backpack, so climbed up here, easier to climb up this time. Here it is, you can see, and my bags there for later. I'm in here. Okay, so I'm above. I'll show you overhead shots of this so-called ancient city of Augusta from Roman times in the city of Hisarya, Bulgaria. Which is north of Plovdiv. So I took the train to get here, and there's some steps. It is ruins that are pick up many blocks. Part one, I walked up the opposite side, which appears to finally be the end, which I thought this was, but it wasn't. So here there's a slight dent on the edge of the rock. There's a path there, an edge. From here, so there's some kind of well, and I get down there. We'll peek inside, see what it is. So this may have been maybe a kind of rooftop, I'm not sure. Again, I couldn't tell you what may or may not have been areas for houses and for the administrative center. I can't tell you where. So this is raised there. Steps here, steps going that direction. There's a dog barking over there somewhere. Again, here's another raised portion on the top, and then a raised portion here, and more steps, and then that structure, which I believe will lead down. We'll see. If you're watching this, you're basically coming along with the ride as I actually do this. Again, this I'm not sure what this would have been used for, but it's covered, and there's a little, I'm not sure if I'm getting it. I don't want to go too far, but anyway, you can see there's a adjustment. There's one also here. Some loose rocks, so you want to be careful. And I'm trying to decide if I want to try to climb around a little bit, get a little bit higher. So let me just feel this out. This feels okay so far. Okay, it's a little bit higher. Try to get around just a little bit. So this does extend up. That's a rock. So I'm gonna, from this point, I think I need to turn around, go back down, and then I want a handhold. I loop around. There are little rocks, such as I would urge caution. If you decide to climb this, and you might be braver than me, but I'm not recommending it without professional support. Ropes, pulleys, second person to watch you. No. Again, the steps. This is a little bit raised, the red brick, but not by much. And then again here. So I'm going to come down this way and then show you some interiors there. There's some little side steps there. Okay, now I'm down. So that's what I climbed up top of. So I passed, and there's a rock in my shoe. Here is like a little breach, or it may have been where water was maybe let out. Maybe the storm drainage purpose, utility. Ah! Oh, brambles, thorns, whatever. They apparently like me. So, an edge here. So I originally walked in. So ooh, be careful. It's not really designed for people to climb on, or there would be more access paths directly to the stone structures. But what's the point of history unless you can feel some of it? So here was that. So nothing inside except trash. So I'm up here. I'm not going to get very far. That is T-shape, and that's what I was talking about, the wall. So that would be too high. I'll show you in a second. To try to jump off for me. Some people always said are braver or taller. I'm not so tall. I am not so brave. Whew. You can see from brambles. I don't know if you can see the blood. I can. It just, there, you can see the cuts as well. Ah! Ow. And trust me, I get many of them walking this. So if you don't like getting cut, socks, shoes, don't come through these parts. Again, just from a ground level. Some of these may not present opportunities to climb up, or I wouldn't try. You could climb that. I don't want to. And there's a space behind that. Here's a hole. And there's a little, I don't know if you can tell, I can see it's covered with grass, but there's a little, you see that little light? So that may have been an archery window. Be careful where you're stepping, that's a little depression. And this isn't even the first full block. Later as I go through this, you'll see many more blocks. Oh, because that one is enclosed. So coming to the outside. This is moss, but this is wall, so vines, whatever has covered. Oh, that's fun. All that is wall. If you close up, there is a wall there. Oh. Here's a space. And rocks. Sure, this is a broken piece, or this is used maybe for a little garden. Not sure. That connects to that wall. Those steps. 1 second. And I'm over. So this is the inside of this. Got its space here. And it is a little bit slower walking because there's a lot of grass. So if I had been brave, I could have eventually walked across the top. So that's the wall, or that one up there, that I had to go around before I found the entrance here. Here's some brick here. Here's that. To try, maybe as I get up, you can get a better view of what you're actually seeing. The details of the rocks. But it's not working. I'm going to climb up that wall, see what's on the other side. In fact, I don't have to cross there. There's a small connecting wall, but I can, maybe I will do there. Just if there's more, and it curves around. Okay. And I'm up. So, side view. So here's the edge of this structure. Here it's a space. There used to be a tree. So here would have been another path. They didn't want to climb up that way. Again, just vines. Detail the wall. And again here, just vines that are covering maybe a mound. And outside you can see a little bit of a wall there. I'll get a little bit closer. The edge right there. So this is a structure, and you can see some of the houses on the other side from that wall. So go back this way. And before I start part 3, I'm going to go back and get my backpack and my other belongings and put them closer to where I'm going to film next, because I'm going to starting to get a little bit further away. Not so much yet. So all of that's connected, and then it's just grass. Little views of the city of Hisarya, which has been built around these ruins. So past that, it's connected to the wall. The rounded part that I came in from the other side of that. I try to get up here. Another connects there. There's an exit. This. Whew. Careful. The rocks. There's a little rim. I don't know if it can make it as clear on my camera. About where I'm pointing the camera. You can see a little line. There's the corner. And I'm going to get down from here. You can see it more clearly on this side. I'm going to come over here. So this is also open space. Houses. So this is what I'm leaving. Climbing up here. That structure will come up in part 3, I think. I'm very confident that it will. Well, let me try to get around this before I conclude part 2. Just a view of the outside a little bit, where it curves down. And again, view of that structure coming up. So also closed square, not enclosed. Again, some bricks in a different pattern. So these weren't steps. These were intended as steps. Sort of an outside view, that side. And more steps. And again, that same pattern. Some birds over there, blackbirds. Big blackbirds. They're very big in the United States. There's a space there. Ooh. So that may have been a broken piece. That may have been shaped more like a cross. I try to get toward the edge of this before I stop. And you can see this, there's a drops a little bit there. This meets up against the wall. Part of the structure that's across the street. Okay, and this is a more clear cross pattern. So I'm thinking this may have been maybe, I'm not sure. Like maybe this is church, where the church was located. And again, steps leading down. So this is up against the wall. It is maybe part of the structure. I'm not sure if it is or if it's newer. The bricks look different. So I'm not sure if it was part of the structure or added. So that's a parking lot. So that will be part 3. I'll explore that. So connected. A view from this. Ooh. Well, there are steps leading part of the way down. And then none. That would be a high drop for me to try. Alright, so I'm going to stop here with part 2.